everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we have a book shopping slash book haul video. There's always a hair in my mouth. So I went book shopping when I was in Perth, Australia, and I'm currently back home in New Zealand now, but I do have 6 new books to show you guys. Honestly, I would have much more if I just had a big enough suitcase, but this was pushing it. Like, this was me squeezing my books in. To be honest with you, I really don't need that many books. I've got so many unread books, but it's very rude to go overseas and go to bookshops and not buy any books. These are basically souvenirs, and I will always remember my time in Perth because of these books. And whenever I'm reading them or when I look at them, I will remember, I hope, that I got them in Perth. That is me trying to justify my really bad shopping habits, but I'm very happy. And really, that's all that matters. I actually went to 3 different bookshops while I was in Perth. So this video is gonna have like 3 different montages of me in these bookshops. So enjoy the first one. So many books here. It's not even funny. Okay, so in those clips you just saw, that was my favorite bookshop I went to there. I really like bookshops where it's not like very organized and you have to like search a lot harder for books. Do you know what I mean? Where like if you go to a traditional bookshop like Barnes and Nobles in America or like Whitcoulls in New Zealand, or what the hell is the one in the UK called? I think it's Waterstones? I'm not sure. Like, they're very organized and you can really find any book super easily. They have like 10 copies of each book, etc. But I feel like in those independent bookshops, book shopping is so much more fun. It just feels like more of an experience, you know? So I only got 1 book in that shop, and it is Love and Virtue by Diana Reid. Never actually heard of this book before. I was kind of shopping in that way where you just pick up books you haven't seen before and you read the back of it and like read the first few sentences or whatever and see if you like it. And that's kind of my favorite way to shop if I'm like not specifically looking for a book. It's so enjoyable. The cover obviously drew me in. I am a girly girl. I like pink. I can't help myself. I really can't. So the back of it had this blurb that sucked me in, and it says, "Are you a good person or do you just look like one?" And from what I can tell, this is a story about a friendship, like 2 girls in university, and I think they had like quite a toxic friendship, but it's like one of those friendships where you're like obsessed with each other, but it's quite toxic. So Michaela and Eve are 2 bright, bold women who become friends on their first year at university, and they live in adjacent rooms. They could not be more different. One is self-assured and popular, and the other one is uncertain and eager to please. But something happens one night in O Week at a drunken encounter. So if you don't know what O Week is, what the hell is the American version of it? It's like the first week of university, like when everyone kind of parties and meets each other. I feel like I know what it's called in the States, but it's not coming to me. Or do you guys call it a week as well? I'm not sure. This is an Australian author, by the way, and it had a lot of prizes, and I thought while I'm in Australia I should get a book that is Australian, or like by an Australian author, you know? So initially they're bonded by their wit and their sharp eye, but then they soon discover how fragile friendship is and how capable of betrayal they both are. It sounds super interesting. It's won a lot of awards, and I also like getting books that I haven't really heard of before because there's a chance that you guys also haven't heard of them, and if it's good then I can recommend it to you guys, which is very exciting. Oh, another book I want to show you guys just before I show you the second book shopping clip. It's a book that I got sent from a PR package. It's called Fragile Sanctuary, and this is by Catherine Cowles. I believe that this is like a cowboy romance, like a small town cowboy romance, potentially similar to the Chestnut Spring series, which I've never read, but the author from Chestnut Spring series, Elsie Silver, has given this praise. She said she's ready to enter her Sparrow Falls era. Now if you watch my channel, you know that I'm not one for romance books, not really, sometimes, but like it's not really my genre. But you know, this kind of does sound interesting, I have to say, and I know a lot of people love like the small town cowboy sort of romances. I've always wanted to get into it, but I just haven't really kind of picked one up myself, so I'm super excited that I got sent this. I think this is like a brother's best friend romance, and again, I'm not really one for like tropey romance, but who knows, I might end up loving it, and it's always good to broaden your horizons, so I am excited to give this a go. There's been a lot of books where I've read that I thought I wouldn't like and then I ended up loving, so it just goes to show it's very important to kind of dabble and try out new things, because you honestly just never know when you're gonna love something. If you also want to broaden your horizons and try new things, then you need to check out the very kind sponsor of today's video, which is Skillshare. Skillshare is the best online learning community for creatives, and it's got thousands of classes on there. These classes range from writing to marketing to animation to photography. Whether you're looking to learn something new, improve a skill, or explore a creative hobby, Skillshare has something for everyone. I've been using Skillshare for about 3 months now. Initially, when I first started using it, I was using it more on the sort of like business side and kind of more like leveling up my skill set just to kind of help me progress further in life. So one of the classes I was taking is the Powerful Social Media Marketing class from beginner to advanced. This class is led by Maggie Stara. She's honestly phenomenal at what she does. If you're someone like me who wants to get into social media, or you just recently got into social media, it is an incredible class, and it just helps you learn so much, whether you're wanting to do YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, whatever it is. I did recently start using Skillshare for their more kind of fun hobby side of things, because with Skillshare you can really decide what you want to do with it, whether you want to advance yourself or whether you just want to pick up some new hobbies. Like I said, there is something on there for everyone. I did recently start a ukulele class, so it's the Ukulele Control Complete Guide for Playing the Ukulele by Marius Warch. I've been having so much fun with that class, learning how to play the ukulele. I can't say I'm very good, but I'm definitely getting at least okay. If you also want to level up or learn a new hobby, whatever it is, then check out the link in the description below, and the first 500 people to use my link will get 1 month free of Skillshare. Thank you so much again to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video.
Your security, there's no guarantee on anything. And I'll take care of you along the way. My love, one day at a time, will leave our troubles behind. And you'll take care of me.
Hey besties, I hope you enjoyed the clips of me at the second bookshop. This was Dimox, I don't know how you say it, but I think that's like Australia's biggest chain bookshop. If you're Australian, please let me know in the comments below. So one of the books I picked up in this bookshop is Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. It's funny because I was just saying that I'm not a huge romance reader, but the two books I picked up in this bookshop are both romances, so I'm just a big fat liar, apparently. I'm very excited to read this. I read the first book in this interconnected standalone series, which was Part of Your World. I ended up really enjoying Part of Your World, surprisingly. I was quite skeptical to go into it just because I know that Abby Jimenez and Emily Henry are like the book romance girlies. They're the queen of rom-coms. And I've tried to read 2 Emily Henry books and I really did not enjoy them. So I was very nervous that Abby was going to be quite similar to Emily Henry. And I guess she is in a way, but I feel like their writing style is so different, and I really enjoyed Part of Your World. I gave it a 4 stars, so that surprised me. Definitely knew I wanted to continue this series, and I've heard that this one is, I think, the best one, or maybe just for the summer is the best one, the one after this, but I have heard that this one gets a lot more deep than the first book, which I'm very happy about. I am a deep girly. Like, if I'm gonna read romance, I do need that depth to it. I'm really excited to read this, especially because summer is almost approaching in New Zealand. It's starting to feel like summer, and I do feel like these kind of books are just the perfect thing to read in summer, you know? So I'm very much looking forward to this. Okay, and then the second book that I picked up, I think is the book that I'm looking forward to the most out of all the books I got, and it is The Runaway Bride by Felicity York. I actually don't think I've heard of this book before, or maybe I have, but I just didn't really like take note of it in my mind. But this is the kind of book that's right up my alley, and if you watch my channel, you'll know why when I read the back of it for you. So this is the first book in the Stately Scandal series. It's set in 1826. Need I say more? If you watch my channel, you know this is my jam. I just like books set in a historical setting. I don't know why, they're so good. So at first sight, Ellen Turner does not seem the type to elope with a stranger. So when the young heiress vanishes from her boarding school in the arms of the rugged scoundrel Edward Wakefield, the pair are sighted in a carriage racing from something green, Porter Dover, I don't know where that is. Her virtue becomes the subject of hot public debate, and in the ensuing court case, Ellen keeps a cool head until she discovers who is judging the trial, and it's her mortifyingly handsome and charming neighbor, Thomas Le of Lempark. Ellen faces a choice. To pursue the husband of her dreams would mean risking everything, but when a lady's reputation already lies in tatters, what has she to lose? This is giving Bridgerton, babes. This is giving Bridgerton. I love it. I love scandal, but more so scandal set in like a historical setting. I don't know what it is. I eat it up. It's gonna do it for me every time. It is gonna do it for me every time. So I'm really looking forward to reading this. Once I read this, I will let you guys know how it is, but I think it's gonna be really good. I don't know the Goodreads ratings of any of these books. I don't want to know. I like to be beautifully unaware of any Goodreads rating just because sometimes it does affect the way I think. Like if I go on Goodreads and I know this has like a 3-star overall rating, it's gonna make me go into the book kind of looking for flaws, which I really don't like, but I just can't help it. So I just like to stay away from Goodreads and avoid the general public's rating. Okay, then the third bookshop I went to was a secondhand bookshop. Oh no, I think I actually went to a couple of bookshops. I think I went to 2 secondhand bookshops and I went with my sister, so enjoy. Hi everyone, I've just got you propped up on the bed. I really hope the tripod doesn't fall down. Wait, let me just turn the TV down. Okay, so mini book haul. So yesterday we went to Fremantle in Perth. It's like a very quirky, sort of like artistic, I would say, kind of suburb in Perth. I really liked it. And there was a ton of secondhand bookshops. So I actually got two books. So the first one I ended up getting is The Kite Runner by HIIII. I've actually read 1,000 Splendid Suns by this author and I sobbed. I love that book. I loved his writing. I loved his storytelling. It was just so emotional and so good, and it really just like tugs at your heartstrings. So I definitely knew I wanted to read The Kite Runner. So this is set in Afghanistan in 1975. 12-year-old Amir is desperate to win the local kite fighting tournament, and his loyal friend Hassan promises to help him, but neither of the boys can foresee what will happen to Hassan that afternoon, an event that is to shatter their lives. After the Russians invade and the family is forced to flee to America, Amir realizes that one day he must return to Afghanistan under Taliban rule to find the one thing that the new world cannot grant him, which is redemption. I just know that this man is gonna make me sob again. The way he just tells story and talks about love and loyalty and like values, and also just like such soul-shattering sadness in his books, but it's just so beautiful. I love his books. I mean, I've only read one book. I've only read one book, so I don't really know if I can say I love his books. I can just tell from his storytelling that I really enjoy his writing. So I'm so excited to read The Kite Runner, and I've heard nothing but good things about this book. So yeah, I'm excited but also nervous because I know it'll definitely make me cry. And then I ended up buying one of these. So my sister actually picked this one out for me because I couldn't choose. So I was like, please look at all of them and choose one that you think I'd like. So she got me this one, and on it says that this is Bohemian Brooklyn. Now you guys know I love books set in New York City. The Perfect Couple, ? Heartbreaking and darkly comic. Challenges, assumptions, and it discusses race, class, and manners. That definitely sounds up my alley. I'm really excited. Should we open it? So, exciting. So this is New People by Danzy Senna. A cutting take on race and class. Part dark comedy, part surreal morality tale, and disturbing and delicious. It says New People is a bold and unfettered page-turner that challenges our every assumption about how we define one another and ourselves. I definitely love books like this. I like books that make me think and make me ponder and just sort of help shift my perspective on some things that I maybe didn't think about before. So I really enjoy books like this. I wonder if it's a literary fiction. I think it is. I'm very excited. So these are the two new books I got. So these are the 6 books I got. I'm so excited. I actually could not be more excited. I think I've got a very good range. No, I don't. I've got like 4 romances, and then I think 1 literary fiction and then 1 general fiction. But to be fair, there is range in my romances. No, that's not true. I only have 3 romances, 1 literary fiction, and then 2 general fiction. It's not the best range, but I'm very happy with it nonetheless. Anyways, thank you so much for watching my video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!